Okay, now we come to do a public service for the people and for the nation. And this time, we will help those who are trying to save PUP from a very anomalous situation where the installed leadership from the past, the yellow administration, is actually a non-creditable professional. Pero yan po ay pinilit noon dahil sa politika at nananatili siya dito sa kanyang pwesto sa Polytechnic University of the Philippines. In fact, here, we have been discussing with our guests this issue for the past 2 or 3 years. Walang nangyari nung nakaraang administrasyon dahil nga political favorite po ito. Unfortunately, with the new administration, yung nasa ibabaw nitong state universities and colleges ay yung CHED, the Commission on Higher Education, department ba yung tawag doon? CHED? Yung
CHED,
D,
Commission.
no? And yung pinuno po ng CHED ay ayaw ko mag-resign nung siya ay hiniling ng bagong presidente na mag-resign. Technically, of course, her position is defensible.
Yes, sir.
Because yun. Pero delicadeza-wise, moral issues to be considered, mali po yung kanyang posisyon at pagpipilit na manatili. And maybe that is the reason why she insists on staying. Itong si Chairman Licuanan. Tati bang nickname niya?
Yes, Tati.
Tati Licuanan. At matagal ko nang binabati ko siya even before when she was president of Meridian College or Miriam College. She prevented me from speaking in behalf of some political ideologies. So very one-sided ito. And Ayala, operator ng mga Ayala. Advocate of privatization and so on, lahat yan. And Tati Licuanan has been defending the position of this illegitimate president of PUP today. We have with us Professor Ferdinand Bondame, Professor of Languages from the PUP, and our old friend Dr. Orlando B. Molina, who is Professor of Management at the Polytechnic University of the Philippines, and who has been on our show several times, both of them, to raise these issues. Unfortunately, over the past 2 or 3 years, hindi pa nalulutas ito, but they are keeping on. So, who is the President? De Guzman is the person in question, and let us review his background. Again, the question is his qualification. And the very fact that he is unqualified and he has been manipulating the system, and in fact firing people just to, not firing, reappointing people, reassigning people to different jobs so that those who have raised this question cannot continue to pursue the issue. So who will start giving the background on these issues? Dr. Molina, go ahead.
I just would like to tell the public that this is already an old issue. We have raised this several times in several forums, but unfortunately, the people concerned with these issues don't give a damn. In short, they don't feel the urgency of investigating the issue so that we'll be able to really save PUP. This started way back in 2012 when the new president was installed. Against all those disqualifications that he had, the search committee did not really pay attention to it. And so we came up with the idea of really putting this in public so that we will be able to get some sympathy or some help, assistance coming from concerned agencies like CHED, Civil Service, Commission, and even the Office of the President. But unfortunately, we're not able to get any assistance from them.
Yeah. Okay, Ferdinand, explain to us the issue of the credentials of this President de Guzman of PUP.
The last time we were here, sir, we would like to have an investigation on certain informations, data contained in his transcript of records. But after our guesting here, I was slapped with a libel case, and I was forced to elevate the issue to the Office of the Ombudsman, which is now running for 1.5 years.
So basically, state the issue. He is not credentialed. In other words, he's not he's not qualified because he was not even a professor at the time he was appointed.
It would seem, sir.
Yes.
If we will be looking at his transcript of records, significant features would tell us that there is a big problem in which he is trying to hide. Particularly is the 3 times he changed his transcript of records. May I tell the public that his 2002 transcript and 2013 transcript of records was already certified as true and correct. But if you will be looking closely at his date of entry in PUP, which was June of '86, it coincides with his admission at St. Louis, Baguio, first semester 86-87.
So in 86, he had 2 admissions, St. Louis and PUP.
Yes, sir, which is the first contention I raised, which during his, when he asked for a 2015 copy of his transcript of records, they changed the date of entry to November. Now, the problem here is we have a university charter admission which states that PUP only accept transferee during first semester only. So you can see here that Mr. de Guzman, along with the registrar, is manipulating the transcript of records to the detriment of the dignity, the academic dignity of PUP.
So what is this in criminal terms? Is it estafa? Is it
Falsification, sir.
falsification of
public document
Okay.
and gross dishonesty.
Okay, and
One more thing that really is bothering us is the security features that is not found in his transcript of records.
What are these? Is this a watermark? What is
No,
it?
sir. This is a program exclusively developed by PUP Registrar's Office, embedded in every transcript of records.
Is this a magnetic tape? Or what is this?
No, sir. It's a combination of random symbols, letters that only PUP is able to decode.
Okay.
So
okay.
happen you cannot see this security feature in his transcript, which the good registrar failed to even discuss this on the public. What is bothering me here is, considering his position,
Yes.
the issue of his academic requirements is a walk in the park. If it is truly, he believes that he is a bona fide PUP graduate, but until now,
Yes.
he refuses to go in public and try to explain his side. He
Okay.
would rather have it in a legal battle, which he knows that
It will take a
Dr.
long time.
Molina and I will be having a hard time, a hard battle.
Okay. And as we know, the legal process here takes
Yes, sir.
ages. No? And patay ng kabayo before
That's right.
That's the awful
any
truth, sir.
grass grows.
Yun ang
no?
masakit.
Okay. And so you have taken legal action sa ombudsman.
Yes, sir.
But at the same time, there is an opportunity with the change of government for this to be reviewed. But of course, among the priorities of the president and the new government, the new administration, this may not be very high in the priorities. You have the Marawi incident,
Yes, we
you have the
understand, sir.
anti-drugs campaign, you have the opposition lambasting the government, and the struggle against the Western pressures while he is establishing new relations with Russia and China. But it is not the Department of Education, as you said, and you explained to me, it is CHED.
Shit.
It is the Commission on Higher Education.
CSC.
And unfortunately, the Commission on Higher Education is the only one of the few places that has not seen a transition from the old officials to new officials.
Yes, sir.
So that is a stumbling block.
Yes, sir.
Maybe that's another area we have to work on. We have to raise the question again of why the static Likwanan insists on staying on. You know? who oversees the CHED? No one, except
No
the
one,
Office
sir.
of the President.
Office of the President, sir.
And tenured ang CHED
Sir,
board. You cannot. They have 7-year term.
yes, sir.
Because of their
they have a
commission.
term.
It's a commission.
Yes, sir.
So that's a sum. But you have brought it to the ombudsman, huh? But does that take a long time in the ombudsman?
Yes, sir. It's almost 1.5 years. The
Uh-huh.
last time I went there to make my follow-up, they only said that it's still on the process of evaluation,
No.
which is saddening because we were able to learn that we have to understand that and admit that politics has its very different faces, and we were able to learn that one of the deans which he appointed, the husband of that dean is connected with ombudsman.
Okay.
It is saddening, this Cyril Ramos, and they are bragging that these people can do something about it, which I think it's happening because I think the mandate of ombudsman is 6 months to settle issues.
Yeah.
But sad to say, and I do understand,
Yeah.
compared with other issues that is brought before its office, but I firmly believe that the delay of the process constitute a delay.
Do we have a
of
copy
justice.
of his transcript? Are we able to
Yes.
obtain one? Then we can bring
We
it to
can.
the NBI to show that the security features are not there. Has this been done?
We were not able to go to the NBI, considering that we know that they will be denying us the opportunity to go into the protocols of the registrar.
You mean you cannot obtain a copy?
But we have a
We have na.
copy.
We have na,
but
sir.
it is not original.
It is not the original, so it
That's
would not be a basis.
It could not be
a
this, sir.
viable basis. Well, anyway, the of course, ultimate court is the court of public opinion, and that is what we're going to try to raise here on our GNN show and our radio programs, and some of our friends who can write about this. So we have to circulate this issue because there's a great injustice to the how many thousands of students does PUP have now?
We have 70,000 students spread in the 22 campuses and branches.
And now that there was this new announcement, is it a law now that no tuition fee for
Yes, sir.
for students? What does that mean? If I enroll with 21 units, what
The 12 pesos per unit tuition fee will be
it's also removed already?
removed, sir.
Okay, that is
In consonance to the directives of the president that
okay.
state universities should be free from tuition fee.
So just to a side issue. So how will that impact on your operations, actual operations in PUP?
That would at times deplete our MOOE. Maybe it would not be a big percentage, but we will still be feeling the effects.
Well, now maybe we can discuss that in some other episode of our show. So that's where we are now. We have explained to the public the facts of the case and the situation, and it's been brought to the ombudsman. However, that will take a very long time. His appointment there was political. Who was the backer again during his appointment? Do you recall? It was some many years
at
ago.
some point we read a recommendation of
Speaker Belmonte.
Speaker Belmonte to the President of
Okay.
the Republic of the Philippines. And so, despite all the requirements, some of these were not really respected as a result of some political connections.
So this is really a Liberal Party appointment
we
also.
believe so, sir. We
And
believe
Sonny Belmonte, I think, has already joined the administration
Yes, sir.
group, and that's politics. However, the evils that they have left behind some are still there.
Are still
It's
there.
Are
saddening.
still
Yes,
there.
sir.
Yeah.
And well, I asked you if it is possible to rally students and professors, and you told me that this is difficult at this time because this president of PUP, appointed by the Liberal Party, has and then supported by Tati Licuanan of CHED, who again is a Liberal Party appointee, and is not budging from her position despite moral and ethical questions. People cannot rally because they're afraid. Why should they be afraid? It's supposed to be an academic community, academic freedom, and so on. Why are people afraid to protest?
Well, knowing Mr. de Guzman, he would not forget how you treated him. So even a small movement that would question his credibility, his action, his discretion, surely these people are afraid that they will be receiving a counter action from
You have
the-
an example, like the registrar or
Yes,
somebody
sir. I
in the
believe,
registrar's
sir,
office?
one of my fellow worker, who is one of the signatory in his transcript of records, was reassigned to another branches simply because he is being asked by the court to testify on the matter of the transcript of records. So one move that they did was to relocate this person so as to deny his credibility before the court. And there are
In other words, that he has no interest, or I don't know what the legal term is, but he has no responsibility that would allow him
Yes.
to
Yes, sir.
testify.
He would want that. He would want to destroy the credibility
Okay.
of that person.
Was this person assigned to a hardship post or a distant post?
Not so naman, sir. He's just at PUP Commonwealth. But the whole idea is he has no more say with reference to the transcript of
Yeah.
production of the transcript of
Yeah,
records.
you were going to add something,
If I
Orly?
recall, he
Yeah.
was assigned to the library at the Commonwealth.
Nasa library. Oh, okay.
That's right.
So he's no longer connected to the registrar's
Registrar.
office. Therefore, he has whatever he says is irrelevant to the issue
that
of
would be
the
their
transcript.
defense.
However, you said that this person is still able to be relevant because
Because he was one of the signatory. May I also ask, sir,
Yes,
after
yeah.
we left our first visit with you,
yes.
right after that, I was able to receive my libel case.
So they filed a libel case.
I was slapped with a libel case and was almost publicly taken by the police within PUP. And that is a statement.
But almost, what
everybody.
happened? What prevented them from taking you?
There were few friends who were able to talk to the police and have a graceful extraction
Yeah.
of my extraction in PUP.
There cannot be libel in this case because it is imbued with public interest,
Yes,
and you are
that's
discussing
the very
official
case.
issues.
And prior to that, sir, I received 2 death threats. That's the very reason I asked
Okay.
for me and along with the officers of the union asked for a security or for help with the MPD.
Okay.
And from that particular letter that we are seeking assistance, it was the foundation of the libel case heard against me.
So that I do not put you in further hot waters, I'll be the one to look for a picture of this de Guzman, and in our next discussion, I will be the one to show this photo, and let's see what kind of character he exudes. No? Anyway, we have run out of time. This is the first opportunity. We'll continue to pursue it. As we have pursued it the past 3 years or more.
Yes, sir.
So who'll make the final appeal? Orly? Yeah.
I'd like to make an appeal really to the office of the President. In fact, we have already submitted this same complaint to the office of the President through the PMS. But unfortunately,
That's Evasco, PMS is not...
it's
Sir
Go.
Huh?
It's Mr. Go.
Si Bongo.
Bongo.
Okay.
We
Special
submitted
Secretary.
it to him for purposes of bringing it to the office of the President.
Okay.
Unfortunately, we did not get any signal from them whether they are interested or not. But the way we look at it is that they don't pay attention, despite the fact that the issue is so important. You know, when your academic credibility as president is being questioned, that is so important to the community.
Okay.
itself.
That's the final message. It's a very, very important and vital issue in the academic community. And Malacanang should pay attention to
Pay
this.
attention.
And we will help bringing this to their attention. Maraming salamat po, and
Maraming
until our
salamat
next
po.
opportunity. And to you, have a good weekend, and watch us on YouTube. You know how to search for us. Just put Talk News TV.
Talk.
Talk to Steve.